Vibe 105.
All right, man, it's Apollo P here, Vibe 105. I call this Apollo for the people. I am in the studio with Jalen Nelson.
What's going on? Yes.
AKA Lick My Fashion on Instagram.
You got it.
All right, man, so quick question. I just want to ask you, how'd you get started with this whole fashion thing?
Honestly, it started off with my dad. Like, when I was probably like 8 or 9, he would tell me, yo, you have to wear this with this. And he would put like, you know, different things together for me. And literally, like, I kind of just balanced off of that and like really just took what he told me and just made it into something big. Literally, that's how I started. It's pretty interesting because I feel like, you know, at certain ages, you still don't understand, but it's like, I got it. I was like, okay, like this is probably what I should be doing, because at that age, that's when I realized like, yo, this is what I need to be doing. And it's pretty interesting. And that's how I took it with me and took it forward.
So what, initially you never wanted to be a stylist?
That's a good question. It's not that I didn't want to be one. I never really had thoughts about being one, I guess you could say. I actually wanted to be a pediatrician. I wanted to be a doctor.
Whoa.
So, yeah, right? a huge turnaround, right? I wanted to be a doctor because I'm really, really good with kids. And yeah, I had like the grades to go to different schools and stuff like that. But I don't know. I just felt like I didn't want to chase that dream. I wanted to be a stylist, and that's what really took over.
And this happened during high school years, would you say?
Yeah, during high school, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, all right, what was your earliest point where you started styling, or maybe styling someone else, or maybe styling yourself?
It started, I guess you could say, like probably a year to a year and a half ago.
Okay.
My friend actually put together like a show at like a hotel, and she rented out this like ballroom, and we had like guests come in. We had speakers, and I was the main stylist on set for that. And that was literally the first time I got to experience me like actually like styling someone else, like, you know, touching the different fabrics with other people. And that's when and it turned out really, really well. So that's when I decided to say, yo, like, let's give this a shot because it looks great. So let's do it. And yeah, that's how I started.
All right, you got really popular off IG, I would say, for a while now. And that came from what, just posting pictures?
Yeah, literally. Like, I started probably when Instagram first came out. I was a little bit late coming to Instagram. Probably like the year after I came on Instagram, when everybody else was already on it. I just kind of said to myself, let's do some different stuff. I kind of seen a couple people's pictures, and I was like, I want to try this. I want to, you know, branch out my style a little bit more. So I would just take, you know, different pictures and in different areas and just really showcase my style in a different light where people can gravitate towards that. So that's what I literally did, and now I'm here.
So people really gravitating to liking your style during that first initial time. So.
Yeah.
And was this something that you were trying to be like focused on doing, or was it just something that you're just like, hey, this
I just did it for the fun, because like fashion is like, I love it. It's a lifestyle for me. You know, it's not just oh my God, let's take a picture today and then look weird the next day or whatever. No, it's like it's a everyday lifestyle for me, and that's what I always had in my brain from when I first started. And yeah, it was just a fun factor, just taking pictures, really showing my style, and seeing that people gravitated toward this was really dope.
All right, so during your rise to popularity on Instagram, how did you like transition from being on the internet to like being in events? Like, how hard was that transition for you?
I don't think it was that hard, just because I'm a people person. I have a personality, and I love to meet new people. I love to gravitate towards other people as well. So I guess people just started to reach out to me in terms of having these events, and they just always brought me aboard. And I was just like, let's give it a shot. And literally, you know, it's at the beginning you're nervous, but you know, you have to take risks and see what's up, and you're not always gonna stay in, you know, stagnant, right? You gotta grow. So that was pretty much my growing stepping stool for me. All
right, and I saw that you were modeling in some shows at one point in time.
Yeah.
Why model if you were dead set on being a stylist? Don't you feel that was kind of, you know, mix up things?
No, here's the thing. I feel like it's good to try things and do different things. The thing about it is people already thought I was a model. So from being a stylist, they thought I was also a model as well. A lot of people have mentioned to me that I should get into modeling, but it was a factor of, I'm going to stay in my own lane, but I will model for you because I know how to. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't call myself a model. I would say a guy who takes pictures, I guess you could call me that. But yeah, that's pretty much what it was. And it was fun. It's fun to just, you know, be a part of the community and really help people, because I think that's also a reason why I was in these shows, just to help people and grow other people's brands as well.
Yeah. And I'm kind of jumping a little forward, because I remember even seeing a picture you were helping model for Loot.
Yeah.
So you helped put together an outfit for him, right?
Yeah, I helped put together an outfit for him, and it was like super dope. Just the way everything went, the way everything vibed. You know what I mean? Like it's just like factor of things. It's like, you know, you go from a stylist, then you go from, you know, going towards a model to being a stylist again. It's like, you know, there's always different aspects, and I feel like because I can transition into different things, that's pretty much why I do it.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. That sounds all right. So, you end up connecting with Rochelle Clark.
Yes.
Latoya Forever.
Yes.
How did those initial relationships even begin?
A funny story. It was my birthday weekend. I remember exactly. It was last year, my birthday weekend, and I actually seen Rochelle at the same party I was at, and I was like, I watch your videos. You're super funny. And then she's like, oh, thanks. She's like, I like your style. And that's how the conversation kind of brought up, like, are you a stylist? Because I need to get my wardrobe popping because I need to get it done. And I was like, sure, just hit me up and then we'll go from there and see what we can do in terms of, you know, elevating your style. And yeah, and you know, YouTubers, you think like they won't holler back at you or whatever. You're just like, oh, okay, whatever. But then she literally initially hollered back at me the next day and she was like, let's schedule something and let's do it. And that's how it literally went off. And basically from then, and I'm very proud of her too, because she's elevated her style. It's now like amazing. So to see her just grow from where we started to see her now, she's like, oh, she's dope. She's super dope.
And through that relationship, she introduced you to Latoya.
Yes, because Latoya, I watched one of her vlogs because I watched them before I even started, like, you know, being with them. And I still did, like, while I was styling them. And during the process of me styling Rochelle, Latoya said on one of the vlogs, like, yo, like, you know, look my fashion to style me, look fashion, I'm ready for you. And that's pretty much how that happened. So for me, I was kind of a little bit nervous because I was like, I don't know, like, if she'll take to me or not, kind of thing. And yeah, I literally just went for it. I went on her Instagram. I'm like, hey, I'm here. And she see my comment, found me, DM me. Yeah. We followed each other, and that's how the relationship started.
Oh wow!
Yeah, literally.
So what? Are you still currently styling them? Or?
So no, I'm not currently styling them right now. I feel like because we're all branching off into different eras, that's what happened. But yeah, we're still cool. Still check up on each other here and there. I don't think there's not a problem where if I did ask to style her again, she would be like no. But it's just more of everybody's transitioning. Like, you know, Latoya just came out with a new book. Yeah. She's going into a new house. Same with Rochelle. She's transitioning to possibly a new home and she's renovating. So everybody's just busy doing their craft. So I think that's kind of what happened. We just got busy. Okay. That's pretty much what it was.
So during those times when you're connecting with both of them, they have a big following on YouTube and stuff like that. How did that help your brand?
Yeah, so it really did help my brand a lot because the thing about it is like, obviously when you meet new people, when you meet like famous YouTubers, I'm going to use that, you get excited, you get, you know, amped. And the thing about it is like, when I first started out, I was really kind of nervous if it would help my brand or not because, you know, there's a lot of people. They have a lot of followings on like YouTube, Instagram, whatever. So I thought that people wouldn't gravitate towards me, and then it ended up being, you know, the different way. For the most part, obviously you got a little bit of haters here and there for the most part. But for the most part, a lot of people did like me, and it was super dope. And it really did help my brand because yeah, like just all these followers started to come in and not only did they gravitate to my style, they gravitated towards me. So that was pretty much, it was super cool.
That's good because like collaborating, you're able to help with Latoya's image. And in return, people were like, oh, this is the guy, the brains behind her image. And
exactly. And that's what it was behind it. I felt like, you know, so many people would just grab the opportunity and be like, oh my God, I'm getting followers. But I took more than that. I took more, I did a learning experience. It made me learn about, you know, how Latoya was and how she was as a person, how, you know, what style she likes, what to use that against the next woman who I sell. You know what I mean? So it was like a win-win situation for the both of us.
And then even after that, you were able to take all those followers and invest that into creating your own YouTube channel, right?
Of course, yeah. So here's the thing about that. So I had a YouTube channel from before I met anybody. So I had a YouTube channel maybe like 2.5 to 3 years, but I never posted anything yet because I was like, I'm not sure how I feel to go on YouTube. But a lot of people did want me on YouTube because they were like, yo, you know, you have a personality. I think you should be on YouTube. So right after like styling them and stuff, they were like, why you know, they basically encouraged me. They're the reasons why I have the YouTube channel, and I push myself now because they encouraged me. They're like, yo, like, do it. Like, hurry up. What are you waiting for? Like, especially she was like, you're wasting time. Like, hurry up. So that's what happened. I started my YouTube channel. I gained a following from that. And yeah, it's been pretty dope ever since.
Yeah. So my thing is, I had this question down here, but I took it off. But I really wanted to ask you, maybe 2-3 years ago, even maybe further than that, there's a style community. Yeah. And then they're doing like pickup hauls and stuff like that. Yeah. My thing is, why didn't you resort to go to YouTube first after seeing this bubbling community of people gravitating towards fashion and stuff like that instead of, you know, maintaining on IG, which, I mean, it all worked out for you.
I think it was more of I didn't really have the knowledge for YouTube. YouTube comes with more than just you posting a video and uploading it. Like, it comes with so much more. It's like, you got to post at the right times. You got to, see how to promo. You got to do a lot of stuff. And I didn't really have the knowledge back then that I do have now when I was introduced to Latoya. And she told me, all the basics and all the things. And I felt like I wasn't ready yet. And I feel like I wasn't ready at the time, but God has timings for everybody. You know what I mean? And I felt like my time was now. So I was just like, let me just wait it out. I don't want to rush it. And at the time I was planning things for YouTube, and then I had a lot of other stuff going on as well. Because at the time, like 3 years ago, I was here actually. I was at York.
Oh, work.
Yeah. So I was here. I did fashion and English. I did a double major, and I came out probably 2 years in because I was like, okay, I want to chase my dream. And I want to focus on fashion like fully. So yeah, that's what happened. But yeah.
Okay. That's good. And you do YouTube full time now?
No, I actually work part time, but it's like 2 days, 3 days. Just that money, I use that money to invest into my brand, and then but for the most part, yeah, it's just YouTube styling, and yeah, that's it.
Okay, so I know that you got some opportunities from your styling, from you being a stylist. You went out to New York, helped the brand out, and you went out to LA. Yeah. Can you tell me those experiences?
Yeah. So the first time I went to style out in New York, I actually had I went for New York Fashion Week, and that was I think a year ago or a year and a half ago. I went to New York Fashion Week, and that was an amazing experience. I had such a dope time. And for the first time around, I wanted to experience it first before I start to get into styling people, like for New York Fashion Week. So I got to experience it the whole runway. I seen a bunch of shows. It was super, super cool. I made a lot of connections. Yeah, like New York was super, super cool. I think that was pretty much it for the most part when I was there. The second time I went to New York, I actually I styled a shoot.
Okay.
I styled a shoot, and that was super bomb. I had so much fun, and it was just a great experience. I don't think I've ever had a bad experience styling anybody, and they can vouch for the same, because I'm like, when I style somebody, it's more of like, I see how you are, I listen to your opinions, and I like a challenge. So I'm not the type of person who will put you in anything because I think it looks good. Like, if you don't like it, then what's the point? You know what I mean? So that was super dope. And then I went to LA. That was really, really dope. I went for a week. I went on a business trip, and photo shoots, styling, like a bunch of stuff, and just really getting to know what LA is like and really getting the feel of LA was super cool. I actually went down there to help a girl group named Sexuality. They're 3 girls. They're super, super dope. Check them out. Just to go there to elevate the style. We did a photo shoot, and it was just super dope. So I got to make a lot of connections there also. So it was pretty cool.
And then so also, you also got reposted by Karrueche.
Oh yes.
How did that experience even happen?
Funny story. I was actually at Latoya's house when this happened. So, me, I'm just chilling. I was getting ready to go back home, like from her house, and I was just chilling. So basically, it was Fashion Week in Toronto. There we go. So it was Fashion Week in Toronto, and me and my friend Alexis J, shout out to her. That's like my really, really good friend. She was actually the one who came up with the concept first. So I have to give her all the credit because she was the one who came up with it first. She basically said there was an outfit that Karrueche had, and it was like, like a yellow jacket with like denim. And she was like, I think we should do this. I was like, okay, dope. So I ended up doing a male version of it. I put it on Facebook, I put it on Twitter, I put it on Instagram. I tagged her, and she first seen it on Twitter. So she liked it and retweeted it. So I was like, okay, that's good enough for me, because you know what I mean? Like, I'm not looking for a repost, but you seen it, so that's all that matters. So like, I come out of the shower, and like, I get a whole bunch of messages on my phone, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, and like all my friends are messaging me, Snapchat's blowing, like Twitter's blowing, so I don't know what's happening. So I open up my Instagram, and I see all these likes and notifications, and I'm like, what's going on? I'm still confused at this point. So I check Karrueche's page, and I'm on her page, and she was like, dope. And she put dope. I like my fashion. She tagged me, and I just seen a bunch of comments, and that was pretty dope.
Man, that's dope, man.
Yeah.
That's dope. All right, so I gotta ask you, man, you are friends with Winnie Harlow.
Yes, that's my girl.
That's a good friend.
That's my girl.
I mean, she started blowing up a lot earlier on.
Of course.
And how did that make you feel after seeing her success?
I absolutely loved it. The fact that she's been bullied for so long, and I was there to witness her being bullied, it was kind of like, I couldn't do anything to stop it but tell people, like, leave her alone, whatnot, whatever. But I just feel like I'm just so proud of how far she's come and where she's going, because Like, you know, it literally happened over a year. Like, it didn't happen over 5 years. It literally happened, like, you know, so much things can literally happen in a year. And that's what happened for her. And I'm just super, super happy of the person that she's being, the trend that she's setting. Not even just a trend, like a lifestyle that she's trending for, you know, people with vitiligo. And yeah, it's just super dope. I'm super impressed.
My first introduction to Winnie was when she did that little segment for Those Girls Are Wild, or maybe Shannon Boojum.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah, Shannon Boojum. Yeah, she did the first time she started to blow was when she did a Malton video with Shannon, and she just went viral. Like, the video just went viral, and people started to know who she was. And then Tyra hit her up. And from there, it was just natural. She just skyrocketed.
Now she's a superstar.
Yeah, she was just a star, and and the thing I like about her is, like, she's still a humble individual. Like, she never forgot about the real people who, you know, were around her, and that's what I love about her the most. Like, I just seen it the other day, and she was like, "Hey, what's up?" And, you know, she's just still the same person. She's just about business now. You know, she's a business girl now. So, and that's pretty much what it was about. So
that's good to hear. All right, man. So I just want to ask you your personal thoughts on, like, you know, style within Toronto area.
Yeah.
What's your opinions on that?
The thing about it is, it's like, I don't really pay attention to people too much in Toronto in terms of style. I kind of like create my own trends and see what's going on, like, in my form. But what I have been seeing a lot, which I did gravitate towards too, was the whole Kanye look. This year, like towards summer, I feel like a lot of guys did really gravitate to the whole, like, plain, like, simple but still swaggy Kanye look, and that was really what I took from, like, Toronto. And I think it's still going on now. Even, like, now in the wintertime, people are still pulling off this, like, plain, like, trench coat, combat boots with the plain tee, plain pants, like, Kanye type vibe. So I think that's what I really gravitated towards more when I seen that. And then I started to transition into that, because he's actually one of my inspirations when it comes to style. So when I seen other people overlook that and see that stuff, it was, like, super cool. So that's what I mostly see in Toronto.
Okay.
Well, Toronto guys.
All right. Yeah, that's good. Do you have any tips for you know, girls and females? I mean, not girls and females. I mean, female and guys and guys. Oh, fuck. You know what I'm guys and girls. When it comes to fashion, when it comes to styling, what's kind of, like, you know, some simple tips, you know, just to maintain a nice, consistent style every time you go out?
I feel like everybody's different. So definitely the tip that I would give everybody is to try things out. Definitely try things out. Never keep yourself in a box when it comes to fashion. I feel like a lot of people are so just conveyed in this box that like they don't want to come out. They don't want to step out and try something new. I would literally advise everybody in Toronto to try something new. Try, like, you know, some people see it and they're like, I like it, but I don't know how it's gonna look on me. Like, nah, like, try it, because that's what I started with. I started to look at things and I'm like, I don't know if I feel like this will look good on me, but I tried it anyway, and it ended up working out super dope. So my biggest, like, tip is to try new things, and yeah, that's it. I feel like a lot of the times too, people think like they need to overdo it to be stylish. No, you don't have to overdo it either. Sometimes you can be straight up simple and look bomb. And you know what I mean? A lot of people need to definitely gravitate towards that as well. So sometimes you don't have to always overdo it. And yeah, just try things new.
Okay, so I see one thing that when it comes to you, people tend to like comment on one thing is about your sexuality.
Yeah.
And that seems to be a topic all the time for you.
Yeah.
And you even you share some words on it here and there to kind of just, you know. But why is that? Why do people always try to come at you like that?
Because the thing about that is, so I was always that, like, quote unquote, like, flamboyant guy. I'm not like the rest of the guys. Like, I'm not like a guy who, yo, was popping in these streets. Like, I was never that type of guy. I was always like, hi, how are you? I was always around women also. So I think that's what also added to how the way I act and the way I am as a person. So the reason being that they're always so stignified on my sexuality is because I also made a video on my sexuality. I don't know if you've known, but it's on my YouTube channel, so anybody who wants to see it, check it out. It's called My Sexuality. It's a vlog that I did with my friend, and yeah, it was just basically saying that people always put you in these stereotypes to the point where you start to think that. So at one point I really thought, like, I really had sexuality like issues. I was really thinking, like, who do I like? You know what I mean? And like, so when I, you know, took that stepping stone with God, because I really do have a serious relationship with him, I told him, like, yo, like, I need to really figure out which route I'm going and whatnot. And yeah, the thing about me is I never stopped having desires for women. That never stopped happening. It was just more of like when people continuously call you gay, faggot, you're this, you're that, do this, and then when you have people preying on you, telling you, oh, this is how you're gonna be, or this is how you should be, it's like it really does take a toll on you when you're younger. So that's what pretty much happened. But now I'm good. I'm Gucci. Anyone who brings up my sexuality, I tell them full out. I'm very transparent. Like I actually love when people ask me about my sexuality, and I'm glad that you asked me this now. I love that question. So thanks for asking me that. But yeah, that's pretty much what happened.
You know, that's kind of messed up that even like you're getting like people from like third party people just trying to tell you how you're supposed to be. Yeah. And that's
and that's what it is. I feel like a lot of people think that you need to, we live in a generation where everybody literally focuses on what other people have to say about them. So it's like, oh, they feel like you're a hoe because you do this, or they feel like you're this because you're this, or they feel like you're gay because you did this, or you did this in your past. Also, there's also a past. You know what I mean? Like there are a lot of people who have grown from their past, and I feel like I'm one of those people. So I feel like to put me in a box and you don't even know me, or to tell me who I should like or who I shouldn't like you can't be doing that. And that's for anybody. Like, you know what I mean? I've even had problems when I was like a younger kid, when I was in high school. I used to do that to other people. I used to judge people. I used to be that guy who used to say, you're never going to be this, or this is how you should be. No, until it started happening to me. And it's like, no, like stop trying to put people in this box of how they should be. Like let them live their life, and whatever they feel like they want to do, let them do it. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, it's just a common factor. Like literally let people do what they want to do, let them feel how they feel. If they want to go through situations where, you know, they want to test things out and try it, and if it's not for them, it's not for them. And this goes for anything: smoking, drinking, stripping. Like, you know what I mean? There's a lot of people who try those things, they're like, honestly, this isn't for me, I'm done. You can't put them in a box and be like, oh, you're still a smoker, or you're still a this, or you're still a that. It's like, nah, like they tried it out, they didn't like it. It is what it is. Let them live their life. Yeah. Just stop trying to bring them into their past, and that's it.
There we go. Yeah. You know what? I actually hang around a lot of women too. So after that.
Yeah, no. Yeah, women are just pretty lit. Women are lit.
You know what? Actually, I grew up with my mom, my grandma, my aunt, and all that. Yeah. And I just like, you know, women are just more so loyal. Yeah. Like, you know, I just like being around the energy, and I don't like being around guys, because I've never been the bro type of guy. Like I've never been like, yo, like 8 mans need to come with me to go to convenience store.
No, that's not me either. I was never that type. Like literally in high school, I had a clique of 2, and they were girls. They were my best friends. Everybody knew, and that was the situation. I think literally after high school, I think probably my second year in York University is when I started to branch out and actually start talking to guys more, just because I felt like every time I did talk to a guy, they would judge me. That's how I always felt automatically, like, you know what I mean? So that's why I kind of stemmed away from having guy friends, because I felt like they would judge me for how I am. But no, it's been super, super dope. I have a couple of guy friends, and they, you know, we're super, like, really, really close. And, you know, they never judged me. And that was the best part about it. So that's when I started to branch out and have a lot more guy friends.
Yeah, see, look, it comes around full circle.
Yes, it does. You know? Yes, it does.
All right, so one of my last question is, how can people connect with you?
That is a really good question. I honestly think it's my personality. I think people just gravitate towards it. And also I make it apparent that I'm not a person who's quote unquote famous, if that's what you want to call it, because I'm not here for the followers. I'm not here for the fame. Like I told myself, when I have this much followers, I'm still going to go to McDonald's. Like I'm still going to go to Zara. I'm still going to go to these places and shop. Like, you know, I want to make it apparent to everybody that I'm just like you. I'm just a guy who's chasing my dreams. Yeah. And that's pretty much it. And like, if you ever need somebody to talk to, because literally my Snapchat is fully open. Like I don't block, and I have a lot of people who message me every day, and I do take the time to answer everybody, because I feel like everyone deserves to be answered. Yeah. And if I don't get to them, it's not on purpose. It's just because I'm busy. But for the most part, it's like, I want people to feel like they're with me. So when I'm growing, they're growing. When I'm struggling, they're struggling. When I'm depressed, you know what I mean? Things like that. They see that, so that when I do get to a point where I'm like, I can look back and be like, my supporters were there for me, and I could just laugh. You know what I mean? It's literally me and my supporters to the end. Yeah, that's how it goes.
So. I like that type of thing. My thing is like, I don't want to be famous, man. Yeah, I actually get a little bit of anxiety.
No, trust me, people like, when I go on the road, like it's super interesting how people stop me, scream, want to take pictures. I get anxiety from that as well, believe it or not. Like some people don't know, but I get anxiety from that as well. Like, you know, even just today I went to my friend's school just to take some pictures, and like everybody was staring. It was like, oh my God. And like I was just like, you just never, like, you know what I mean? It was never the type where I was just like, oh my God, like I'm the dopest because whatever, I have this following. No, I still get anxiety from that. It's very interesting. But at the same time, I do, anybody who wants to take pictures or anybody who stops, I always say hi. I'm always, you know, welcoming. I'm never like this guy who has this rude, obnoxious attitude. I'm not like that because I feel like a part of the reason why people are where they at is because of their supporters. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Very true. All right, man. Thank you for this wonderful interview.
Oh,
no problem.
I mumbled up the whole thing. Let me say that.
No problem.
All right, man. Where can people find you on social media? Where people can connect to you if they want to get some style, you know, a stylist. There you go.
So you guys can hit me up on all my, pretty much for the most part, all my social media is Lick My Fashion. Snapchat, Lick My Fashion. Twitter, Lick My Fashion. Instagram, Lick My Fashion with 2 underscores. But pretty much, yeah. And if you guys ever need styling, just literally holla in the DM, or I have a business email too, frida@freedreams.com if you ever need to be styled. Sorry, frida@freedreams.ca. And yeah, and that's pretty much what it is. So literally just holla at me. And yes, I do it for cheap prices and I'm just lit.
Oh, don't say cheap. Don't say cheap. Don't say cheap. You're ruining the brand. You're supposed to say inexpensive.
Inexpensive.
There we go.
Inexpensive. There we go. Cool. All right.
Man, this is Apollo P, man. That was Jalen Nelson.
Yes.
I call this Apollo for the people on Vibe 105, and we are out.
We out.